Hello, hello, hello. This is Lillian Harrison. As you can see, oh, look, I got to get this right. As you can see by the name, one day I'm going to get this right with this background. Anyway, I know it's like super late, so hopefully I'm not waking anybody up. But also know that it's so late that you may not see this until tomorrow, which is okay. And if you, oh my God, I can actually see better without the glasses. If you don't see this till tomorrow, it's absolutely fine because you still have time. And so I'm excited to be able to just be brief tonight about an upcoming event, right? So, first things first, move that. So, brief intro to an upcoming event coming up on the 29th at 7 p.m. I will be hosting as your Love Her consultant, coach, whatever you want to call me. I will be hosting a virtual workshop. And this workshop is for especially those who have had an encounter already with Love Her. You would understand. As women, it's hard for us sometimes, especially as we are 30, 40s, and 50s. It's hard for us sometimes to feel like we have our place, right? Like it's our place in the world because we've been everything to everybody else. We've been mom, we've been wife, we've been sister, we've been caregiver, we've been co-worker, and we've been coach and mentor and pastor. We've worn so many hats in the past that now in 2023, as you come to a season where you feel like God is calling you higher, but you're not quite sure who you are, what higher is. How do I step into my place? How do I now move forward? We think about all of the things that we've gone through, the journey that's brought us here to this point. And as we've gotten to this point, sometimes there are scars that need to be healed in order for us to take our place. Sometimes there's a self esteem that needs to be grasped a hold of. Again, in order for us to take our place. So sometimes we have to walk through some things. This workshop is for you. Again, virtual workshop. You'll be able to join us completely online. We'll be doing it via Facebook and YouTube, and I think we'll be able to do Zoom, but definitely Facebook and YouTube. And why do I say this workshop is for you? What I think I love most about this workshop as I was creating it under the unction of God was, and let me read the description because that really kind of sums it up. Sometimes it takes one thing to change everything. This workshop will be that one thing. Show up with the expectation that this is the moment that you lay aside every weight that has kept you from being the highest and best version of you, the you the world has been waiting for. And it is time. It is time. 2022 held a lot of challenges for us as women, as mothers, as wives, as pastors. It held a lot of challenges. And it's time, though, in 2023, God is calling you higher still. You've achieved a level of success. You are successful in your own right. You are successful with what God has called you to. You mentor seamlessly. You hide every weight, everything. You are the strong one. Trust me, I know. You are the strong one in your family. You're the matriarch. You're everything to everyone. And it's time for you. Hey, it's time for you to be everything you need for her, because God is ready. He's ready for you to take your place. He's ready for you to step up and do the thing that He's called you to do. You've been working in toward your field. You've been gaining experience, because nothing you've been through will be wasted. Nothing you've gone through, nothing you've acquired, no skill, no talent, no place that God has put you, nothing you've been through, no hurt, no joy, no sadness, nothing will be wasted in this season. In this season, nothing will be wasted. But He's ready, because He is trying to call the kingdom forward. He's trying to call the kingdom forward. We've been in the background long enough. Yes, sporadically, we've had some breakthroughs, we've had some pioneers, but you're one of them, and He's ready for you. This workshop, we're going to dive deep, and it's a workshop for a reason. If I wanted a summit, I would have had a summit. This is a workshop. It's time to not only figure out what your purpose is, what God has called you to do, but now we don't have time to take the time to wait. God wants us to get before Him, to be still, to hear what He's calling us to do, and He wants us to be able to move forward. 2023 is the open door you've been waiting for. 2023 is the season you prayed about. Everything that you've been crying for, everything you've been asking God for more. You've been asking God to show you. You've been wanting Him to give you purpose and to direct your path. You've been asking Him for clarity. 2023 is the open door for everything you prayed about. But now, how do I access it? How do I make it tangible? How do I lay a hold of what God has for me in this next season? To many of my mentees, I've said several times that 2023 is the season of us. And it is, because in this season, in past seasons, actually, in past seasons, you've made lots of connections, some good, some bad, some stayed, and some went. But now you have a sense of you. You're starting to gain your footing. You're starting to stand on a firm foundation. And because you're starting to do that, you're able to say no authentically and be that. You're able to say it unapologetically, and you know what you want. But now, how do we apply it? How do we move forward? How do we move forward and grasp everything we prayed for, whatever it was that you were praying for? How do we move forward? How do we build our businesses? How do we strengthen our households? How do we move forward in our ministries under the unction of God and build kingdom to the level God has called you to? And He has called you to more. That's this workshop. I fully believe the best thing I loved about studying and preparing for this workshop was the references. So you will get a workbook to this workshop. The reference to this workshop is Talitha Cumi. Damsel, arise. Little girl, get up. Get up. Some of us in along our journey have encountered so many things from a young age, from a young age. So from a young age, we had dreams and hopes. All of us can remember a time when we wanted to be a princess, a doctor, a lawyer. All these dreams we had as a little girl. I remember twirling around in some of my grandmother's dresses, thinking I was going to be a princess one day and wanting, hoping to be rescued. And we dreamed dreams. But as life took hold, as we got older, as the journey began, some of those dreams along the way died, much like the little girl in the parable. It died, and people around you saw it die. And people around you thought it was completely dead because you took a job instead of building a business. Because instead of studying building the ministry God called you to, you joined a ministry and just decided to sit on the sidelines. There were dreams that God had given you, and somewhere along the way they died. And that little girl in the parable becomes the woman with the issues. Because as the dreams died, you became jaded. However, they died. Maybe someone didn't believe in you. Maybe someone doubted you. Maybe someone called you out your name. Maybe someone physically, mentally, or emotionally abused you. And so all the hope died. And then you became the woman, grown, but now with issues of low self esteem, issues of, of uncertainty, confusion, anxiety. And you want to know, you've asked God, how do I overcome this to move into purpose? How do I how do I put aside low self-esteem? How do I get it? How do I become the her you called me to be? Something in you knows. Something in you knows. There's more. You just haven't figured out how to access it. You just haven't figured out how to step across from the little girl to the woman. The most beautiful thing about both parables that we'll talk about in the workshop, that we'll reference, the best thing about both parables, both stories, is with one touch, God changed everything. With one touch, he said, "Damsel, arise," and the little girl got up. And with one touch, just the hem of his garment, the woman with the issue was healed. It's time. It's time for you to get up. It's time for you to take your place. It's time for you to be healed. It's time for you to be empowered. And most of all, it is time for you to be restored to the her that he called you to be. So I hope that you will get your tickets. So, yes, there's an investment. There's an investment. Let's put this screen, sorry. There is an investment. So you can go to my website, and this is what you'll see. This is the flyer for the event coming up, Talitha Cumi. And this is all the information, and the link I will actually put in this chat as well. You can register for this event. It's simply $25. Don't stress it. If there's an issue, reach out to me, but it's simply $25. You absolutely can register for this event and join us on, oh, that didn't come out some kind of right. Let's get that off. I'm going to delete that one. I will put the link in this comment, but I don't know what happened there. Ugh, it spammed it or something, dude. Anyway, uh, no, we're not going to block user, though. No. Okay. We'll fix the comments. But anyway, I will put the link, or here's the thing, you can go to my website, my Facebook page. The website is loveherboutique.com. And maybe we'll just put that in there. Loveherboutique.com/events. Hopefully that will work better. Yes, that works better. So the Love Her Boutique is in the comments, and you can click on the link and it'll take you right to the registration page. And I hope you hear my heart for what we are engaging with this workshop. I know so many amazing, amazing women, so many people with so much talent. And yet I see the fear, yet I see what's holding you back. And sometimes it's none of those. Sometimes it's simply we're giving everything away to everyone else. And God is ready. He's ready for you to step forward and do you. He's ready for you to come forth and be all that you can be in 2023. I honestly did not mean for that to rhyme. Honestly, I did not. But it is time for you to take your place. I hope I will see you on the 29th. It's at 7 p.m. Registration is in the link in the chat. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out to me. It sincerely is just time for us. There are businesses waiting to be birthed, books waiting to be written. There are plays waiting to be made. You have so much greatness. There are ministries waiting to be birthed that the world is waiting for, and it's in you. And we want to help you birth that vision. It's time, Talitha Cumi. It's time to arise. It's time to get up.